Every time a war breaks out, a coup unfolds, or a region descends into chaos, a familiar anxiety grips Indian households with family or friends caught in the crossfire abroad. Over the past 5 years, that anxiety has become an almost routine feature of India's foreign policy calendar. Kabul in 2021, Kyiv in 2022, Khartoum and Tel Aviv in 2023, Port-au-Prince in 2024, and Tehran, Yerevan, and Tel Aviv again through 2025 and into 2026. Families wait anxiously for news of their loved ones' evacuation. But the fact is that there lies a complex logistical operation involving aircraft, naval ships, diplomatic coordination, and substantial public expenditure behind every evacuation. In this video, we examine these operations in detail, exploring who was rescued, what the missions cost, how they were executed, and what they reveal about India's growing capacity to protect its citizens abroad. Before we delve into the numbers, a note on their source. The data on the expenditure incurred and the count of Indian nationals assisted or evacuated come directly from the Ministry of External Affairs, compiled from records maintained by Indian missions and posts abroad, and the Ministry's Crisis Management Division at headquarters. If you would like to access clean, structured, and ready-to-use statistics on this topic, head to dataful.in, where datasets on evacuation expenditure and persons evacuated are available for download. And now, on to what the numbers say. Between 2021 and 2026, the Ministry of External Affairs mounted 12 evacuation operations across conflict zones, political crises, and natural emergencies, spanning Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Caribbean. Each mission was triggered by a different crisis, but together they reveal a clear trend. India is evacuating more people from more places at a steadily rising cost. Taken together, the 12 operations account for roughly 35,900 Indians evacuated or repatriated since 2021 at a declared expenditure of approximately 216 crore rupees. While the number of operations has varied from year to year, both the scale of evacuations and the financial burden have generally trended upwards, apart from a brief lull in 2024. The data also shows that the cost of rescuing each citizen varies enormously depending on the nature of the operation. Operation Indravati in Haiti was the costliest at about 2.84 lakh rupees per person, while Operation Ganga in Ukraine, despite costing over 116 crore rupees, averaged only 63,800 rupees per evacuee because of its scale. Similarly, Operations Kaveri in Sudan and Ajay in Israel cost around 1.1 to 1.3 lakh rupees per person, whereas missions relying on commercial flights or land border facilitation were significantly cheaper. The pattern is clear. Larger, sustained evacuations benefit from economies of scale, while small, remote, or improvised rescue missions carry a much higher per-person cost. If Operation Ganga defined India's evacuation response during the Ukraine war, the 2026 West Asia crisis marked a different model altogether. Instead of large-scale government airlifts, India relied primarily on facilitating commercial travel, transit visas, and cross-border movement. Indian missions assisted the return of over 1.4 lakh Indian nationals during the crisis, more than 3 times the total evacuated under all 12 named operations since 2021. Most of this came from Qatar, about 1 lakh people, and Kuwait, around 30,000, where missions coordinated transit visas, alternative routes, and non-scheduled commercial flights. The contrast is significant. Unlike Operations Ganga, Kaveri, or Devi Shakti, which depended on government-organized evacuation flights, the 2026 response focused on keeping commercial mobility functioning. Rather than evacuating citizens directly, Indian missions enabled them to leave through existing transport networks, suggesting a shift towards facilitated evacuation, a model capable of assisting far larger numbers at a much lower cost. State-wise data shows that who gets evacuated is shaped less by the crisis than by India's long-established migration and education links with the affected country. During Operation Ganga in Ukraine, Kerala accounted for 18.3% of all evacuees, with 3,343 of 18,282 evacuees being from the southern state. This was far ahead of Uttar Pradesh at 10.5%, reflecting the large number of Malayali students pursuing medical education in Ukraine. The pattern shifts completely in Iran. Across Operation Sindhu and the subsequent Iran-Armenia evacuation, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh together accounted for nearly half of all evacuees, highlighting the long-standing flow of students from these regions to Iran, particularly for religious and medical studies. Operation Kaveri in Sudan tells yet another story. Uttar Pradesh at 19.5%, Gujarat at 12.4%, and Bihar at 9.3% contributed the largest shares of evacuees, consistent with their sizable communities of traders, workers, and small business owners in East Africa. The broader takeaway is that evacuation planning is shaped as much by India's migration geography as by geopolitics. Each crisis affects a different demographic, requiring responses tailored to where Indians live, study, and work abroad. With that, we come to the end of this edition of Data Deep Dive. Head to the comments to share your thoughts on what these numbers indicate. Like and share this video and follow Dataful on all social platforms for more such data-driven, informative content. Subscribe to a Dataful plan today and get access to our vast collection of cleaned, ready-to-use datasets across sectors.